Abusia Top Radio 103.1 Yama Adwo emu akwaba de badwumadi so final point Monday to Thursday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Yamo adwo mo akwaba ye frame the senator Nana Jim Perima adum ni ahwe ye ntimi das meeting come. Yes, I am the only senator on radio and then you may meet him the ama kwabena usu ajima the governor. The show is being produced by Awa Said, Philip Dekin Akono, Justice Ekan Ubi na edwumadi ye brewo. Enti free break of Mr. Nonkumbe body. It's my duty. Cemetery see na enim na machinchim. Media mi kuramu dada. Esan se kwabro usu ajima de amame. Tisi anu de mi kuramu. Machinchim akop Mr. Nonkumbe bo. We live for the Pepsi and tell the body I pay with 2 fee. And could I use some penny use? A person I just send a boy a single buy. And me a no more take a pa a Pepsi and dear, in him the da. Grow trackers. Track what up at the end, baby. I will be on with the chain work. I come for Tata Joe through in Sema. Grow trackers at that room. When Sabit me a come out there. Omodian so no be dwa no be din sa wo so no maboa wo sa kwan so carbolic soap yenya ya sama da na friend say gardener na ene wadane ne ho anya din foforo ye friend champion carbolic soap e bo we dia ho ban e bo amachi so we dia ni koyie Samu spices osiyensa ko yensa kan Samu spices oye aduane ton anase fie one for Samu ngumudi achese ni ankoyi Samu spices obeta fro wonsa Yesu dem power batteries car battery papa is Africa weather so na akofa de aba plate bia wo bia wonsa betimi aka bi ka bia de ho abobo ya mu nyina de ho etu pe car battery de a for ni extreme oboso kan Yesu dem power batteries the dimafo heba hospital Osi aji said the wawu anade asie no nko a ya de bia da so ache bia Dr. Time da so Fabra poku ase mayira obesan ya de ma ho atimi ato security shield wa de mona ye dida security shield bo wodi aneko na ye moa electric fencing de ekeka ho nyina ebeboabo adwapade ho ban ombe ni nyina dia ma o NG Bakery original no show afena bodo na nkasa bedru NG Bakery original no show backup data system momodia so do mbedi nkomo no maboa o abaki apo system na dia ma o a design website dia ma o amu watimi keep data de bia opebia won sabetimi aka backup data system on be hwe no watimi aboa o Israel multimedia 2022 t-shirt out of fefe kama o se top media ye ko ni t-shirt na fesa na eyeye Israel multimedia anti political parties amu t-shirt dia ko ya hodo of money enchemu e Israel multimedia Masada drinking water ensu papa crojin and then so wa no hwe ade be chine no fe no nya typhoid Masada ba no mo nya nkwa eso heba ya de ben okoto doctor said o sini patient e din koma okra ho beto ntentem na se wani ne how pa dia emfa nko ba bia fa ko eso heba valid property development ajapade de ye na pebitu ho eno mu ni nkomo ne mo na nsanka ajapade asase anase wodan ye mo o na bibia ntimi nkonka yi mfama o enyuma koi na aka bo ma nya nwumre yi waso ya sense the final point juma de ye mfamra o top 103.1 eba correct Okay, 24 after 7, top 103.1. Final point, Jumadine, and then you may yatrasa de eba besum war. Said the Mikasa Metem, the Amakabra Wusu Ajiman, the governor. Baby, will be a chama, yachao, and you may. Na, and net ye bedding como, na yashe, said the Ebe, I am my Ghana. Bet me Gina ye netum pong, na emutna, I would de, nemutra, so I am a day. Libya ye can't say there's nothing like home. Quantum the ye, nemum. Near me woman no nyasam keto akwantu mu nsam nyeni na na yeka obi ani wa akwantu mu nsam de yeka obi akwa kuduru ho na untimi nkane nyina so na mu so otu krom a ne mapi wo ho ye na ye krom se mu badwo e mu ba ye de be ma ye ho atoye e do na ya ade aka se de mpanifo tu kwan ko hu aman a ya hye da tenase anwene enkrofo hye da tenase na omanwene oman ti se de anase anwene tentan no womo nwene we nam ha we fa ha we kwa ha we yesi fa ha sei ne ya hye da tenase apane ama oman na time diso tumpon akonanim na se de be ye mpanifo be ye saade na maye wukrum ha eno na aka se saade no wo ho a enka sebe ye ntu bata enkonkotena eye Dubai enkonkotena Saudi enkonkotena Kuwait ema enkofa asem pi emfama nanso enam se saa hye ne ni honti na de bia ye so de ane yeko emu baako ene Commander Sugar Factory se penny empo se de be ye ntimi hu na Commander Sugar Factory eja tikese eso daya oboa ma Ghana nya factory akese edi be si ho se Ghana fo ye ketre mase atede ye nya sikire wo yankase mam na ye nibi ne doso kwa de bi akwamno ne akwakoton aban ba na aban ko na Commander ida so si ho ye tesi akopebo si ade abeye ye ma esi sikire afam ama chese manfo so mkoko dibi Commander Sugar Factory no ese de eye adwuma oni sikire ne kura de pa won brown sugar kura nya ene ye kan ya afi ade achi ya Commander Sugar Factory si wo sabe ayada kato oslo wusu bese aban ba ye kikri 1D1F enim se ne anye bia de Commander Sugar Factory ene edua hwede ene edua hwan ne ekọ ne ba akwakosi sen odi amamenko ahomaso na me ne Samuel Awuza wono eye convener edema eye concern citizen of eye commander yene no enkonkodi enkomo obani akwaba
ye nyo
na apomti sei
nyame adumo bibia boko
ye de rade ase ade say Commander Sugar Factory no amanfo betutu ko anase ede na asie
oni abeda say abeda amazing kind of fancy ama top it's safe for you now. Like I've been to the studio a couple of times, and from the beginning, I think the top 1 year. What can you know? Commander Sugar Factory, my able to be into my man for na take as a man, Commander Sugar Factory, and as I indicated, Obi am to inquire. Osiho, Sisia, why Obi Bese Boachibin and even Osiho, ye who be abandon or the Commander Sugar Factory down around. No more. Why bibia blofum no bibe say why white elephant ano osiwo ano hu no ho faso nanka ejimede obesi ho de na why waste anka we could have used assassin po anka ide banchima anka izibanaba even assassin or occupy in or why waste keke or waste assassin keke so you comment ka patze se asom ji ni commander kra
enti boyen komo kakra eden na asi ase de masore se mo pese mo ye demonstration ti ampanifo no eden na munim efa ho a mo hwe anim anti mo nsankan ya na se mo hu ye nti a demonstration e ba mu
yo medase menia you remember yes say 2017 the 2016 our person ko ndabana our person ko under John Dramani Mahama see Commander Sugar Factory most of the time it's a commentary npa enkofupi jende the old factory na come and see in the 1960s, you know, and YMA onto them. Actually, the come and see factory, no, I know Ben Empano no Kaka. Na under 2016 under John Dramani Mahama, Osino. A distance of them is about 4 kilometers. You see, 2016 one Commander Sugar Factory or a brand new sugar factory under NDCC from the scratch. Could see a test run for a new factory altogether.
Oh, okay.
Yes, on your old factory now revived. It's a new factory from the scratch, $35 million new factory. And see, oh, so we all know the AC factory so far or the test run. Now, actually, the machines are working properly. Everything is working properly. And see, oh yeah, test run. The test run today, we here sugarcane. I sure not yesterday. And see, about before I'm able to about around October there. Oh yeah, test run. My coafoze sugarcane in the buy. My was a go more Joe. I show you where brown sugar, where white sugar. Ubia unim the sugarcane production processing in our name there. Say, hey, Ashura. The first step, yeah, ever crash, ever Joe sugarcane. I said, you know, ever Joe na actually monsuno. Now we'll go through what you call fermentation. As in soon we go more ferment crack. Then now one now we are. Last but one, now I have brown sugar. We have brown sugar now. Now I brown sugar no man white sugar. Like I said, we read the whole process in Nti anka ne kesepa o me edu ashere na ma we do brown sugar na ho na ejuma ni nyina o because anka brown sugar eba sugar production e friend raw sugar. Or edible all right, it is easy. But people prefer the white sugar. And see, what you more white sugar now? I don't know, it's just a small process. You see, every brown sugar, not about white sugar, it's just about 5% of the whole production chain. Not the casino or the Joe Asher. Now, in the studio in 2021, I'm the band obey common sugar factory, obey Juma on ye, obey every day, a band yet obey common sugar factory on Yejuma. Sembebunu kayengu they be or yechepe na banaba oh ye be in 2021 mini abeka na ban my kaside ye demonstration pe na o my kaside was a strategic investor say na abeka and I remember I was in your studio in 2021 on the same issue ma yes okay say aban zema strategic investor ma wa besha commander sugar factory then it's a good thing na what's ma come here ne me into say ye pejuma na say obi feature bana factory na yejuma then that's all that we want na ne munu kofan ko baba yenyu aje owi na then minister Alan maintain under this government co parliament that because of the COVID restrictions in our banity strategic investor in waka India onto Mbagana yake damu samia minister kete nti na ye wo atwene mu de COVID restrictions na obi yi so na waba yen president Mekufaduma yi COVID restrictions ni show nti yen ko strategic investor ba besinde strategic investor bi am be amba na chere why hen ko de John oyen dada sambi na wozizien numu na ye de ye ba ye chebim ye ko about 2021 December day about na ye de be abana san so ba bim de okay sisi ya de aton to free na wanye ekwafuni nyina betina ho ye nyina mbebun na ahemfuni nyina na se sisi ya de why reader commander sugar factory obey juma nti say ye konya even edia bancha the banchini dia and even start planting sugarcane now actually sugarcane outgrowers now the whole Ghana there are over 2,000 it's a whole association national sugarcane outgrowers Ghana now it didn't put kwaji loan or banks was it dear assure nubi and abanze agreement there ma when kwafono signing in 2022 there won't be assure na obato assure now was a feed commander sugar factory no say the immediate semna waba nti ye watchani mu from 2022 aban baba 23 abanamba 24 still now 2 years down the line no assure so edia pachara by 6 months na assure na ready for sugarcane no for sugar production 2 years down the line abanamba now okabende just recently Minister of Trade oye under Casey Hammond oba commander na oba enumpono nanka yewo ahweninde eba why commander this internet with the stakeholders nananom farmers na the but minister na nyanda oba en straight away oye press conference no see sisi ya kese commander sugar factory oye juma na sisi ya woni ekwafunu ni chakabia they are not going to use what can I share from the sugarcane farms, you know. Now instead, on this how they are going to run the factory. Or crack brown sugar, from India, na Brazil, now Ghana, na wabejo white sugar. It's not that the whole production chain any Equafuna sign agreement there won't be assured that you will use assured to feed Commander Sugar Factory. That is even the more reason why Aban see Commander Sugar Factory or Commander, because assassination is good for sugarcane production. Equafuna do assured then 2 years down the line, I see in the Equafuna ni chakabia now a crack raw sugar, brown sugar for India, now very refined into white sugar. Now, is
it because of Sebiana sugar cane and I should na a wohono? And Dawson, a Quiafon to me and not to do I beat me up when Miss Production idea, wishing I read the Dawson.
It is not like that. And with the music culture in 2022, abandoning farmers in the housing common, that variety one here to feed the factory na the great department from University of Cape Coast. Them will supply all the variety. It's the kind of variety ABS or Commander Hadin or the variety here for Commander Sugar Factory. You see that one is it. Now I make say there are tens of meetings from Equafun as at last 2 weeks. Yes, I come back to do the survey. There are over 12,000 acres of sugarcane from all the outgrowers. You see, sugar actually they be over, but anymore. Let me make it 2 years down the line. Abana and Sana Bedin on the Equafona and said this is arrangement. Maybe Abana make it clear that because investor now abandon factory man investor for Indian tea. I don't know or prefer to be Chris or by Yejuma money microm for Indian farmers. You see, because of that, you see. I don't know Konukuma, your Indian farmers or Indian farmers in the share we that's a Ucha, that's what they call Indian sugar factory. Echo India, there are over 500 sugar factories in Oho. Into Ucha, that was the corner why do I sure know was I brown sugar. Nahan Yako India, what Yakaka Indian brown sugar is Abagana, Nayajo, no white sugar. Then what are we doing? They say, you know, Yago, until Minister Nofanso went on and said that as at the time, last 2 weeks or Casanumpono. Now, company no West Africa Agro Limited no. We can pack 1,000 tons of brown sugar for India, but Commander Sugar Factory were refined into white sugar. Now, she say, Kwafuni you know be an form. Bebuna and Kayebi Juma or you know be an form. Because Minia say factory no or a full production. The factory tends to employ about 5,000 workers. 5,000 Siana will refine instead of doing full sugarcane production. Chrissy white sugar no. Will refine brown sugar to white sugar no. As at the time, just about last 2 weeks, you check it. Factory no employ Nimpa 19. 19 no 12 ye Indians, not 7 ye Ghana for. Remember, then no factory between why employ Nipa 5,000 now employing Nipa 19. 19 for 7 pen Ghana. And this say no. Commander Sugar Factory no year Juma and new investor no name sugar no brown sugar yakra from India and ye be mana ye white sugar e Ghana ha. But year Juma. That's many. This year the from last week factory no shutting down. They are sure that because Minister Banunti, now they started doing something or refined brown sugar not to white sugar so that we because Minister is the media house is baby so that will be our academic factory no Juma. But Minister Koena and some sort of factory in Mobile. And you say Juma. Juma. Commander Sugar Factory in Juma. Now investors now almost quite so much soon almost soon they've been here for over 2 years. So Juma that is the question. Minister, you see, he's not telling Ghanaians the truth. For the past 2 years, Indian phone every month, government of Ghana tear them Indian sick of $50,000. And the master years about Minister, we this media this question there. Is it true? I say, Enka, we are paying them something, but you won't say. then instead, say you sign an agreement in a company na yes factory no will rather pay a rent of $1 million a state every year. Hey, in some people, yes, so ni kakeke.
Enti same ya benintino my demonstration mo ya we be demonstration. He said there must be demonstration if you commander aba Accra. Adan enkrafo so ya mo dey.
Me da say minya. Anka initially ende na decided a demonstration no commander. But minya, you and I know that in Ghana here, say pede bibia okodwa, if anything has to move, it has to be order from above, and above the name for Ananaka. Na commander sugar factory so oye ahuwa any day no handle si commander, but commander sugar factory belongs to Ghana yebia. Donya commander pe. Inti damaza instead of the demonstration wa na ban because aban you need ban return in way they there 1 minute we then new cycle na versenko, then they go back to what they are doing now. You see as the demonstration yes some nzamedien yes savenu na yes corner ever for that demonstration. One, you move from commander you demonstration wa Accra. Two, you demonstration yes a petition come Ministry of Trade. This is a demonstration yes a petition for presidency Jubilee House. And on your demonstration, yes, a petition, President Nayada and Wako. You be sit in demonstration. Already, we've taken custody of over 1,000 camp tents, Nazi. Yeah, the petition for presidency. Then we camp in front of the Jubilee. So there you bring a response from the government before so be able to.
Sammy baby also better now. What when you hold there? Jubilee House and the entrance hole. The highest seat. Ghana had it is either strike or demonstration, depending on the DI but if the government side that, then you know that you have to go on strike. And when the police focus,
this year, I say yes in there. Yet, over 43 civil society organizations, na pressure group, na you share for a meeting and with our lawyers. We are working on the petition. Actually, by this weekend, now petition I read IGP. Then we start this because you're a national assignment for Bebunbia or Ghana. And we are encouraging everybody to join us because we must take $5 million investment. On say if you say Bebunbia or Ghana, they say the day to the bar on the day we'll be joining him. Then demonstration change your city. Banning and so because fit in, we are providing all logistics.
Medase, Sammy, Medase, party, ever heard the Munasa Bibia Eba, ever sounds wedding Kumobim.
Medase Munia.
Enti, Evision for a year Samuel, a wizard, or no ena or ye convener, citizen concern citizens of your commander, traditional area, or no NHS would do any more demonstration or one year commander Hona, Abaye Betty Kokabia. And can crown some poor Brassport bia na omope Jubilee House anim ha na omasanso akọ high over 1,000 tent enti no omoye demonstration ni wi a ombesan da ho na kopimse mampani ankasa bi piaba na oba be kire omo de omonye na osan ombekọ a omako enti eye same na mote ne nka no ye bomoden na yahwe na ye di nkomo na yaboa ma ye man Ghana etimetu mpon na akonanim anwumrei menne eye Mohammed Di Royal Samba from NDC National Communication Team member ono ewa ha na afenso afia sabi minu aba oba ya che watrans dada NPP Communication Team member ono so ewofia ha ebedi nkomo na yahwe nsem a na ebeka ho asem no yebehwe na enra NDC launch ne youth manifesto no. Former President John Dramani Mahama make a lot of promises any ade e Ghana for mu ba ko ene se oba first year students or more eco university tertiary no oba mo free tuition fees I just said no academic fees bia enti unya wie free senior high school no na okwa o san ko wura university mo so san be free na chese mo de mo free na mo timi de akwa ko wie enti yebedi san komo na yahwe say review na all can ba bia free senior high school amount for cancel ba obegunu ni ade no eno hye ni bi ni saade we be boa ma youth no etimi enya enwumasua pa e wo Ghana ha na was a manifesto launch na metise former president so san kan say oba obepese ye beti Ministry of Youth Development enti binim se bia youth and sports no be free ho na yenya youth development ministry ana se no be ho na bia sports no so ho ansa na eden so ho man you say ono so aka se oba ministers no mo dos obeti so creating another ministry no de hin na ekona de hin aba be share na mu etni nyina so e ho yebedi enkomo operado from NDC youth organizer wono so manifesto launch na sia so oba asofo no sobo say asofo na yidin asofo no nkasa ena corruption na ekoso na katashane proye politician munya asofo life ma omo muntimi mfa asofo no emegura to pre ewukrum ha politicians munya asofo life mo because mo kan asema mo muntie omo kan asema mo betwa abowo mo ento mo tom baby mo ntom baby because obi ka say mampani Akufo-Addo penso di asofo ne nkasa former president John Dramani Mahama penso asofo ho yon na me kasa obeka no akobọ asofo ba ko din se asofo ne eti na nyansafo enne Kofi Oduro jana so dem ono so ka bi ono so ye sofo enti de bia na mo de asofo na nima na asofo no mo ye de be na asofo munya asofo no musu no munya me adwuma na munya ma wanyosem asofo sori kasa se sie ya politician be di na tem be twabo no ama no ho ato no fom de on kan yakura mo de be hyem aka se waka enti operado se asofo na yidin na akitahye ne poye koso aban we peso omo nka hwe enti de obeso omo kan na ebedi ho nkomo Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia enso akasa se oba obema $10 million choppable dollars afibia edi aboa eku from say GSA wo mo NHS wo mo hwehwemu na ombehu sampa gold wa ha sa minerals we e wa ha dodo say ne wa dodo say ne wa ha na chese yetimi ehu sampa yetu gold wa ha yetu bitumi anase yetu bauxite anase yetu manganese wa ha ye bi wa ha bi wa say dodo say ne wa fo na yetimi aboa na o say ye frɛ bibi prospecting na sabe ye obahwɛ ne am obi licenses say onkokwa ye bi mu no onkɔhwɛ say gold wo hɔ a obakɔ no ayo say funfram no atudu opeso otuo nyina owi a so gold bi ani ha na okɔ de baabi mampania be de akire saade na ye na emwa enti oba obepese be yi saade na firi hɔ na eku a mo na boa ye ma kyese betimi ahwehwem na yetimi ahunu no omo atimi ware soso omo na omo atimi aye na 8 years nie de ye friend prospect na ekoso na mampani da abedi akire se enye papa so nti oba de obeye no the last one ye yenua ensanchoni Manase Azuri Awuni and watch your book about mampani Nana Adudanko Akufo-Addo, the president Ghana never had. Na book ni mu no say senka mampani Akufo-Addo ama me ye mampani a enka Ghana for be so no soro pa. In fact the a word the ocho eni mu che say wosinka wono personal de enka ebu a wo mampani no nka be kosoro pa. Esan se de nanka mampani Akufo-Addo manfo hu se owo vision one chese ni so de hunu a obetimi enanka wa meye mampani ena bia Nyankopon kura to nsafre no anase bia wanya bia ni a nka bia Ghana fo be ka se ya hwere opani bi enko be di ade a ka mampani Akufo-Addo baya but nei wo se obaye no de wo ye ne de ayetroka enti no eno so yebedi ho enkomo nsami ena ye trans ye ba bedi ho enkomo e wo top radio 103.1 48 after 7 ninu aba eye afua sabi atrase my man akwaba na afua akwaba
eja
na apom ti sen
nyame hu ye mobo
ye de nyame asise wo hu ye mobo na ode nkwane ahoden ache MPP eni me ko yi
pa
ranso ye
pa
enti breaking the 8 na be bazo
inshallah
Bati ye nyame ase ye twense ye nua Mohammed ye Royal Samba ba be kan ye ho na ye din komo no na o ma ye mesha se de firi ho na fe ya to aso Mama share from mo fragbearer Dr. Mahmoud Baumia say oba resource GSA na omo etimi enya sika enya ahoden a se eba se yenye prospect na na se yenhwehwe ba bi a oman ye gudie ene enema pa bi ewa omo betimi aye saade no sense ye de licenses bi ema individual person bi se okọ na koye prospecting na eboa but sa ne mani na se de na make kan se ye di akire kakra hu se duru bi a na obi akwakoye kwaye bi mu ana so akoye ba bi funfura mu ko bi sa so ya man licenses say onkoye prospecting especially ko mo motaya prospecting for no pa no omuntua compensation for ma farmers no ne ade obehia no akwakusim wodi ne bi sisi ya so nye enye garamse ne ye enye mining ne ye prospecting obehwe ne ya asase funfura mbate ese o okohwe ese bia good ho ana se good ni ho but 8 years ni mwatna wa fina mampania bi de chibe ka se saade na emwanti oba obi yefiro
yo mini abema michia metefo enyimri enkankanye musofu pejin sofu na nama nkwane aje fati alige 1 michia enyimri oba package mfo a nyame hia obebi a ewo bia na mria madwen kese jombo edu nso michia enyimri icons fo nyina michia hon asaman na kan ma yam papa Mahmoud Baumia wa kanu na anyen because wase mpanyimfo se wosomo banyansafo nsoma na mantenten ni sentenyi de yewo ikrom hei Ghana manyimu yehu nyama Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ni na nadu danko akufado ho aka a ho aye enti sabe yesi efie kra ye sha ase fi baby residan a bottle found botcha your friend then foundation hole and start from scratch na ba what friend then window level and akọ roofing enti ono crampo no itwa wo foundation wi a ibi ho ana abre na akada kakra akọ home agada usika kakra na asen ebepeja kakra bi ho do window level o take by 10 years ansa asena akọ chiedo enti mamu hu de Ghana man ya yewo mu no oye esiesie na orekodo wo he man mu esiesie rekodo papa ehwe Dr. Mahmoud Baumia enyoma okada obeye ibiti de yen Ghana card na yen GPS system ne enyoma bebre wo ho a sisia no enyama de na akwem ka first no lihwehwe obi a oye ya pa but onnam da men hwehwe ya na Dr. Mahmoud Baumia o wani ti mo de ba no sisia no oye adwuma ena yehwe yen mirror system ni maye ka ho asemiya mejize pa de oyember na ember ne bodu wa abra ya to abaye zama Dr. Mahmoud Baumia de ombotuedo ni sentinyi de sisiano ye free SHS sisiano policies bebre nyoma bebre wo ho one district one factory nyoma bebre wo ho a orekodo akwan rekodo nyama rekodo a yan fanka ebi a yan first time na yan second time no but yan third time ya yedze Dr. Mahmoud Baumia rebe nyama bi wo ho a wa identify ya obohu de eha no ore ha ohe ehwe he nsu na adze ye ndobai na adze de bia ye kan wasam ye di ho ebobo mejize de se Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ka de oba madam sika botini ma waza ye de medwuma sun ya ina on ka bande wo kobu ekofo won ba nchegu wo kobu ho abegu wa abra wontua obandam so a enwu beze echi
okay
osande baby a we japaze one hona wa akoma ye den okọ nti se Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ku cruise ko ante dem de hyedam dwumadi mu a na ho ba na ho yehwehwe ono so no obama onse hensu ina hendo ba ye ni bebre osande obi wo ho a tede edwuma ari ye expert it's na machine ye chira enyi baby ode emie na baby a emia nti se offer expert na ba anade oma skakọ mu bebre ya obama enyoma bi no do ato ma hen sole se na hen do ba na hen nyama inde kontombre kra no sanye na nado dan cooperative for food and jobs a eno mampani mahama na abredu yenye kontombre ndi na ehihye papa olugwa akwam nti mejizi de menyama ni nyina aboboa ma Ghana hen nyama akonanyim no banda mo so on ka bede eyi za so kwbo haul kwotu galam say eyi za so kwbo haul kayedam da bi inyeman boguna akwem emma mo obiale hwehwan akodo wano ihye mesma he mampanyi abeze echi Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ozenyi di ma hemfo asofo ina mpanyimfo awowo manyimu a mejidi pa de obama hemfu bi mu mpo ho aso ma yede adwe ho o sande ye wo expert fo awo ka ye de medwuma na onka ma hendo banse na yensu ina hanyama bebre no onsei nti mejidi de oya adwen papa nti na obotuma ayenso
obetimi aye ebi kire se oba ka abai ho 8 years na mo akoi so nti enema sei wo ho a adan na afei na obepesient no se obetimi aye sa nema
o mi de medin ka aka de ye ba first term no ye den hyehyɛ bai aye second term ye den se sha asana aba aye gudu aye den ye nti term biara ena nyipa krampo no wo na hye wa abrabo asa likwo bia no na adwen foforo ba ye den or ba ka ho nti nye de bia sisiara na or beji tunu no
okay
nhyehyɛ na wodo wodi gwa akwam ena nhyehyɛ no so obiara oye dansi ni papa na do obiara osi na abrabo asa oye na adwen de obesi dan no o hya asifinitim inya asasa etobo katina echi na adwen mabaye wa asasa no ho nti no enye fiti ya na bibia na likikabom yehwe Ghana ha yema mpanyi John Mahama awetwem olukwa na aka nkasa wa Ghana ho nti hunyama wode bogu akwam free SHS wankutinti wo fie na lehwa wo bomport de nti tumu de enyama ho aya no odi de mimbri yara no wode yema mpanyi Baumia odi de minhyehyei odi ba onye hyehyei bono kra na obobo Ghana
okay Abisia Top Radio 103.1 NT ye afia sebi ena mote ninka no from NPP National Communication Team na mampani abedi akire se nyame na dom na se tumi bedi nsa ye Geological Survey Department no behwe na wadi $1 million afibia de ama wo mo na omanya hoden na omahwehwe aboa ma goodie anasa chede a Nyankopon de ache yen ewo eye ya sase esoro mahwehwe na ye hu sa mpa ha we no ha san so mo na ye expert se de be ya ye mmfa eye efene sei tumi nkonkoma obi na enipa no enkohye kwaye mu anase enkohye ba bi se oye prospect no behwe no na afei watutu niema se niema sa na mkrofofum compensation crazy tuade ma eye efene sei kuafo krampo a yentua okokan so a aja okratumi okra licenses en wodi nam eye ewura nemum se ye ma resources de ma dwumaku a wo mo eye Ghana fo a mrata wo machi so mutumi ye san hwehwemu ne ma ye mutumi aye ne ehun se ampa okọ aha ye wo we wo ha okọ aye wo antie no enipa ne ba ye nim ba bi agudie ne ade wa enkofo ha bia so emma ma ye nhwe free senior high school and we so make say we free semenka tertiary and as a free university semenka na say but free first year when say liver former president John Dramani Mahama eshebo HS oba academic fees are first year students from Mutua universities no teach to public universities no ba obeye free ho na aboa man kwada no nyina timi akọ enye nimdia sefata titru pa no wo mo a sebe efie nye nanso no wo mungomanim ekonkan oba obeye sade na dia boa me gidi se we de odi afomase
sentre amestro nye de hema mpanyi John Dramani Mahama, former president Ogudoji S. Gracia na oje liable na oje whatever na garden boy nyina oje huska nti na mechire me no mo tin de wase ada igbotuma aye no eso ho da ansa na akabakapo na mo tin de Sisiano free SHS pomats the communicators ni bi se ho na wadaba na offer hin kese hin enyim asam kra na nsen okanye de Ghana fo asam a wobaka oba mahunti ma ye ho de onna wo fane den amanyonyi biara ogina apada oka ma yebo hetin ko na Ghana fo ye den yeto aba me ye sure that tibi
so wase mu nyina sa na mo ye nyese ono nko
ono na okan ntinye he ono na okan na mo tenye de me ye sure that this is the one of them sama obakama Ghana fo ya bo hetin ko na ye mbo hetin ko osanda na nado dan kwa akufado apart from there free SHS enye na anyi free SHS o ya start from scratch o from assassina ena ya start na yeze ba kwesi free SHS nti obi a owa da yeso a o hyase odi fi ase no ono na otumodi kwa ewieye na odi kwa ewieye pa ne hyehye enye de na nado dan kwa akufado odi bibi bay T2E no from emofremem nka first ni nyina ye ko school no wada ade ba yetum chu empo ye kan ya ye ba here refi obi academy baby but this T2E no translation to English every what friend then language and I mean kan language biara owo Ghana ha abofra no teacher no we training to the extent that abofra na adena oluhia no onyim na de tunanyima obotum wa eden wa kan na wa kire wo adekode a ole kire owie no wa mana nso ho TVET aba enu nso ye ade a abofra no obewie school na nkasa na oye JHS no ina onyim baby ole eden olokọ intinde ishe 2021 December 14th yema mpanyi John Mahama okobo edem TVET ewo all the regions nye baby a school siwo bia oye SHS fono vocational training fono inti nye de bia enne yebenya unemployed your friend is saying association na no ho nyama no abofra no ko school no onyi more baye dem TVET no ye kire wonyama ebeye amana ibowie school no inyimda obi a emi motuma apamade emi motuma ye radio adwuma emi motuma akwadam emi motuma akwadam inti no dem nyama ne nyaala ka ho a olokodo wa Ghana mayimu anya de ya ka free SHS baby inti eya meto was progressive deben SHS
and they say so mo ka sen nanka monye na mo anye
progressive no onenye mona
se mo start ne kakra
into progressive ni ibinyi
and so be start first
progressive ada ale ye na nyipa nyampuntu no ye ka progress and so yampuntu inti ada ale ye manyipa na nyampuntu no enya na ide pie na etikwala ada kọ ne dele kọ na wie na ba edi wonsa ba ye na abaka cho de you unemployed graduate before ibaba na ibefi school na ibaban even SHS na ibaban libe nyina wo be dia wo be training in betre fie mfa wonsa nhye wudem fam inti bo wie school no ina nyim baby alekọ nyim wo sector alekọ dem nyama nyina ya za olukodo enya de olunkodo olukodo into say in your papa lokwadam na sa afi wala nkasa atena ase na ahwe na ehu de na nkrofu ada makanya lai da holy ye ho adwuma dada nti mama mfa nkahye university papa mani nyama na oka de obaye ne ya bohe etinkwen Ghana fu ye gina ho pintin ye bohe etinkwen ne no chena nso aba osan ne hema mpanyi dwoma ha ma odi yes gracious si sala otifie
na na moya mo kan
mama nka osan ne si sala papa te yo yes gracious no lokọ no wasen aba no wasen akọ no wabeje yes gracious na
de say hihye da
ya nhihye mmo nti na ye ma ne da me chance nti si sala on pe bibi foforo no nka na SHS no ho asam na school no ho asam ne de ye wokrom ha na chok kura ho ntuma ama he bi o chok ho ntuma ama he no bi ntuma ama he chok but am a free university e wa bra nkwala atoto fefin ntuma ama ho chok ma ba tan na water chok ibi mo po bu ayi ye krom ho ye wa was ceramic chok e wudam chok bi na wo bubu no wo fomu no e na wode ma ho mbam wo du ko school ko choro into my on man penina besida chok point ma ma hebi nanda lokwa bana baka kire he de eyi lebaye free university hwana yenji ntum papa na say SHS kwa yeka de yeba ye no so ye 419 because Ghana yendu ho ana papa na nyi krom ha
osmunye ne kakra
asi yendu ho time no nswen also time no swing for Ghana de yeba free SHS wa Ghana ha na so nde ehiafo ho mba amobor mamala amiti he SHS sanka no ye free a nka nde nka bia yinya mo studio ha nka nya mo ha minya nkokọ geti that time okita grade 7 sano ye nda nka nde geti nkwotundo osi ni shop mle pamade naso osande no onyi ho nti ina hemu bi mu yede insanu dwuma na ade yede bodu nde bete bia na nka ye wo future more than my yeden ye CCA inti nana ifie bia le ma crutch funu rabafu wo befie ni mu no nyenda ne hema mpanyi na university funu oleba ma hon wo fi hin wo kwadam university
so to aso se mama free
ana me bi so wi
enti duro no ba no
olo che ba de do ni po ye onyim kwan oba fado obo chie do onyim kwan oba fado obo chie do ona me ka cho de oyen kakran inye ye fiti ya o si fiti epo wo san imoja na oba nti ye mfiti mpare he ese na mampanyi John Mahama nyimude da menyama na nke ye yoli ye na ndanya me na da Roma ina tikasi nyansafo nyimziefo na nadoda nkwa akufo ado na abaze echi sane maami anwo na ama MPP anka ye be ye mobile hoza adwena aba imma nhihye egu akwem magana abatan hiafo ana nka wokọ tonton ho ntam wode hwe ho mba wo school obi no sto we gu because ne menti obi shala na pa 2 am no so nyama akoto okoye de baza ebi ne ntala enne ekomakola ehona na wototo ntamadada wonya bi nto osana ka first na abatan papa na ye moboro watara wa shepo otum wayi wokoto wodi tue ho ba wo school fees onya sam kakaba na ye kan wa Ghana han ehona wo ye de menyama ni nyara enne nyimbi ameka se maka ho ya osande nyama wodi he fam wodi Ghana fu fam emanda abatan wada onya gari na sheto na adede ma ba na asuma adwen kakra mampanyi John Mahama ono di wakọ pension yada na ase ma obaye Ghana fo yes wa ya de ontina nchen na momomfa ni nyansan onfa mpushi nchirimba yabada na ase pa
beda se eye efua sabi ena moteni nka se o kasaro na minia Mohammed Diroya Samba aba beduma mema na kwa aba na fe menti ono so Samba akwaba
ya minia
na apomboko de
boko
ya de nyame ase ha witma pejam kakra
yes mse kakra se ha
enti oti se unia ba che na dwen wo asemu ana no mo lanchi youth manifesto former president de kan say first year academic fees no be so be ye free wona aboa aman kwada dey free junior senior high school eba no bi anya kwan wura university na watimi atoa so na yenti o mampani asmo kai no nkrofo ka se free senior high school yesi omode ba mo se enye enti akwa na nwie free senior high school obeden watimi akwa kodu university na watimi na de woka no so no fixable ya de oba obetimi aye
me no ba me da se ma me nika me nchia o na me nchia me na ba ni top radio 4 I think this is the first time I'm ever
okay
na as a communicator for the great NDC party and more rituals personally I'm here especially the core first media station at TVC because I have a philosophy that I always want to share with my people with personally about me. I have a philosophy that guides me as a politician and I can say my loyalty to my party ends at where my loyalty to my country begins.
Okay.
So personally, it's a philosophy that is guiding me as a politician. It is I'm on for national interest. My main chair is actually John Domani Mama. You may be now. Me so in fact when I'm patch up because I was supposed to come earlier than this. Me I call no late. And coming up to the 20. Me pam shop am fan cheme say my late. Now importantly, we are going to do what is important of us or what is required of us. No, I papa is actually John Domani can be. Right from the auditorium where Bukum Arena. Okay, yes, we had an encounter with the people of the community. And also an Adjuana or some voter region. I think he's there now. I can say we can't afford to disappoint Ghanaians because this time around the election is between Ghanaians and MPP. We are not
Ghanaians
sleeping.
And
MPP, yes, we are not sleeping. Yes, and
Ghanaians.
Yes, see Ghanaians and MPP are Ghana near on trauma, the political party and capture state property money who any yes, the property belongs to all of us. So Otsona in the name of politics now OBS capture state and you want to support in the name of politics. We don't seem to be a good Ghanaian. Inti and also Manafanchianon. Now remember one of the top important topics are IGBB because it's coming from an incorrupt leader, somebody who has been trying to test and say he's not corrupt, and this is coming from him. And is he? Yes, I know who difference no.
Yeah.
Inti and Ekasa no. May there be a studio. That's what I tell my people. Don't talk to the communicators in the studio. Talk to the people listening to you. They pick from you what to tell them. You see. With the issue of tertiary institution issues, school in semi form free SHS, to ask the NDC, we see me personally. Let me put it that way. I see every policy to be a good policy. It doesn't matter where it's coming from.
Okay.
The problem I have with policies is the implementations and evaluations of it. And MPP policies now. To me, on the paper, it's a good policy.
Okay.
The implementations. Now, let's look at the promise we made to Ghanaians in regards to the tertiary. Absorb it, the first year fee. We are in this country, MPP couldn't give us how they are going to finance the free SHS. I have a video of Isesa Nanado, even in the UK, where he was granted an interview.
But he's doing it.
He's doing it, but he's doing it. I'm not challenging it perfectly. But also the questions is coming from where are they going to get the money from? How are they going to do it? As if when you are bringing your free SHS, you're able to tell us where you're going to get the sources from. So it's a question that goes back to you. I'll go and answer it. Because even international level, you couldn't tell the international media how you are going to finance it. But we appreciate it.
Okay.
So let's come. Per the survey we have, and because NDC policies are well thought policies, and not policies just for us to canvass vote. Practically, it's feasible. Edu survey by say, with the advent of the free SHS, between 2020, I think 2021, but most people that finish the SS it's only 40% that goes into the tertiary institutions that absorb per the survey. Yes, especially with the free SHS when you cross. It's only 40%, which means after free SHS, almost all the 60% of our people don't end up in the tertiary institutions because the issue has to do with the fact that I'm passing in this car and I buy as some as say SS. Now me still at least it's become problem. And we see it around. In the constituency, I have people that have been helping around. My MP is doing the same thing. And the decision say, if that's the case, MPP IAB, how do you also augment the situation? So we are saying, nyame adom we know NDC is coming to power na nyame adom e ba say inshallah we absorbing the fee for the first year student na we did a calculation thought we research on it and just say it's not like the promises of just one district, one factory, one sky train and things. These are feasible things. This country be promises of sky train. Ye genoso bonus bobo in semano. But obi a free to shine there all towns by sky train. Do you know what goes into sky train? So let's go forward. Into as I was saying, that's the survey. Into we are coming to look at how do we augment the situation. Now you see the policy in an ange now. Yeah, Adrian says, okay, fine. Says so. Our for us, my pay first year now. Subsequent years now, when we school no, or better than home. So it becomes another challenge. Yeah. We also sat down and said, okay, if that's the case, yes, chief first for 1 year no, then what is happening? Say then the student loan the circle from no. Yen Kenya and a possible issue tons no woman no. Yen yin a munjina into the first year to meet Yamao. Now subsequent years no. Then you apply and when it's okay, you are okay because when we were on loan, I lived on loan when I was in school. Into your then we solved that problem for them in that sector. And we didn't see NDC because if you want a political party that is sensitive to the plight of Ghanaians, it's NDC. We know we tailor our policies to make sure it becomes a solution, pernicious to their problems. And for vote. Into your we went further. Educational sector, not tertiary sector, and what are some of the challenges again? Because I'm passive vote banker, you can't free now. But you say who say free sectors no, you share your some of the infrastructures now uncle in Tama, you're not green, yellow, budget, and we don't have to that situations. Into what's the problem? You sure as I say, you're coming Kumajama or most of the private institutions, so there are big lands there. So what do? Why can't we invite the private sector into building of hostels? So that say population cost this our students will get places to sleep. Now Legon Sama falls under my constituency. Okay. Not any kind of constituency, but I say it just border because we can't go north. Any yes. And I know people who have hostels around my area. School Legon. Some of them are attacked in the night when they are going for lectures and preps. This is what we need. As I see now, your universities no, we are going to give it to private people to also put up what hostels. This is something I now a careful thought about it. And second, let me conclude by the funding. How are we going to fund this? We will say it's going to cost us paid our calculation for the private university. Public universities. No, it's going to cost us not a range of 275 million Ghana cedis. Now, currently, as we speak today, the MPP government or MPP government, let me put that way, they are spending over 2 billion cedis on just government expenditure. Meaning, and yet, just expenditure chop keko is over 2 billion.
The expenditure is no only chop.
Of course, but this is for government. The government is workers. We are using the chop because you see, people have criticized the size of this government. I remember towards COVID, after COVID. Former German ambassador to Ghana, I can say the issue of this government has to do with the bloated. Okay, if you're Professor Hank, also can say the expensive. Jomama can say we are going to operate a very lean government. Sister government in say we envisage Abana Yakwa is not going to be that kind of cuisine because people from their own quarters are telling us what is happening there. Their deputy finance minister currently came out and said Nanado is running this country like a Ponzi scheme. The emphasis came from what he has seen because I've debated about this thing. Since I became the deputy finance minister, what I've seen and the kind of contract we signed has made me have to change our politics. Into when I'm on son dream, probably Okosha Mama on young corruptible on the son dream. So clearly, what we are saying is, we've thought of this. If you're able to cut the government expenditures, now I can say, S. Gracia. Ochi said your mama is taking S. Gracia, and my brother, you can make that research and very well and find out if he's paying his gardeners or whatever. Excuse my language, your mama, no, Sebi, is okay. Just that politics now, Udu Shema, 1 year now. Things that you don't deserve, it's just normal. But your mama, I can say on the GS Gracia, why do you pay? But Bonibeka say in every redemption story, there's a first step. ono wajina won say situation is see and where we are getting to financially. Professor Boateng can say the situation we find ourselves in it. Professor Boateng is going to take us 30 years. World Bank is projecting 10 years. Say situation that this government has pushed at into enya say yaba beji aban bia na o man bia skabum. Into say ntua is gracia. SAS can yet me tua university fee me ye. Yes say na yen gofa over size ministers. It reduce it and like Kenya for Gen Z sorry say say look at the number of their ministers, it has been reached 60 or so. It's possible, we can do it, it's doable. We have a lot of expenditure and and corruption that today.
But looking at free senior high school here, some bamunchem.
No, we've said it. How can you cancel it?
Yeah, so if you part domwa omu school. Se ka so mu nyina so mo ko tertiary ni mu a. Wetin absorb wetin ahwe etua ho kan no so nkonkoye yenkonya mokwaya ne mokwa ba se de almost starting free senior unity.
You see, free SHS no, you can say nanado ambe free SHS kra no. Either someone from MPP or NDC one day in this country will come and put yes, either MPP or NDC or whatever. You didn't know how the country is going to be. Now it's a steps. It's a pragmatic step. Challenges are na with free SHS mo. And can anado ne na ban tie Ghanaians stakeholders in educational sectors. Some say NDC, maybe NDC because I have police cap on it. But look at free SHS, headmasters, Charles, people who matters as far as education is concerned in this country. Number of them who has come and said, look, the free SHS policy is a very good policy. Let's review it. And the review means counsel to these people. And then John Mama said it when we had our first media encounter events in Kempinski. We said it, so we are not going to cancel it. How can you cancel free SHS for God's sake? How possible? How? How? See, the issue is that the fact that it's coming from our opponent doesn't mean say a bad policy. Maka, and I'm the catcher of philosophy say, maybe politics is healthy to the society. And I say free SHS in the men and now maybe a cousin will be honest one be. And it's benefiting from it. So if I see today in the name of politics, excuse my land, God is just going to not happy with me. Because I understand but challenges. What is one of the challenges? Infrastructure. And if in our history as a Ghanaians, yet we call school 2 months, every 10 for 1 month. It will call 1 month, every 10 for yellow, green, yellow, violet. What is causing that? As anybody ever thought of it? So was it because in Kolano, in basic economics, in Kolano does a change where now you need to put it in what in budgets. That's what they are going to. So that's the reason why we started with the E blocks. And Kenya, a lot of E blocks now. All these students who are becoming free SHS students will not have any problems with accommodation or where to sleep. Into education, no, is a progressive. I'm NDC, but we say education can find your politics. So that we should have a national agenda. It doesn't matter NDC or NPP. But no, but President Okrumah, the education sector is not going to fetch you vote. It can only fetch you vote if you're able to be better. But you don't change policies there. Because it should go in that way. It's going to be perfect for us. And then free fencing tertiary when you promise my in Kuala. I think program they welcomed it. It's a challenge. They can say all the policy back and you listen to the full on the ground and it's feasible and practical. Forget about what the opponent is saying. And then my man said, and now Modi offense free SHS area no is because Modi Bano will also as opponent trying to shoot it down. And at times you can find problems in no. And you say now we don't know say free SHS is possible. But now I say na free 25 economy now must say you say Benya Njata and someone will say there's a country no, but you know very well. Then because I said there will be quoting wrong verse in the Bible. And you know that it's a wrong verse, you can go and check it. So you don't listen to what the person is saying. 25 economy is a global phenomenon. It's a global policy. Anko for one. Baba Ghana na ko Jatabo ni choba nya because it's a politics. We are shooting it down. Modern free SHS no, we made statement. I can say possible for one, but we are doing just those who understood us, just to shoot it down. It has come to stay, and I'm 2025. This policy is going to start rolling, and the free SHS is going to stay. When
NDC win power,
of course, NDC is winning power. Inshallah, we are going to talk about this next year. We talk about it, and we even talk it better because this is where I'll get the opportunity to tell you the implementation policy. Me can say, now I don't know NDC power. Maybe do your 4th year, you fear Bemono. But by chance, I may come about friends of politics. I won't be talking about what we are going to do. I'll be talking about what we've done and where we are commissioning things.
Thank you, Ray.
O can't send me no academy yarn to me pede a hono. No, as me cade him for no wobenyeska. Man kada him for no wobenyeska. Mamma shrine day. Ye bano. I yaka be free SHS no. Na jo mama say, why we nam na maka dumpi. Inti sike nyi hope I had by them free SHS no. And again, no rekade wa friend den ye bisa dey wo kwan ben wo bafado obi en bisa da kwan ben wo bafado obeye free tertiary we no na mo tenye dey Ghana ha ya wa ha ina nurse fo ho allowance wotwam e teacher fo ho allowance me tie me kwhyen adwuma me brother panyina me dinachi na allowance am de kwhyen adwuma mo botwam wa Ghana ha o
ba we do
it is say Mwetu mecha allowance pa fi kwame nkroma bedu teacher phone na nurse for ko training na waja university ina mubotu mekotua obi an bisa woda himfa no wobenye ska na emom amfu no oche ne nto aso
okay me da say
me fantini o nti
e na ko asumpa okay enti ye beto aso na my yemfa we wuni hono na ye kan about if any say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ese nyame na do no be president ya obehwe na $10 million choppable dollars or the ama geological survey department and as authority na omodi aye prospect near the actually be a minerals near that was sincere and ye ma licenses so be so koye prospect no behwe no na wakutu be bebrebe no ya there enti ugiri say said the worker say every policy we yan sa hye we so de ba no ebebo na sa too late
unim
me ma 5 minutes for
yes,
this one there
it's a very simple meme kasabe na madam for be any page for Denmark okay. Now topic na Ochusia na I was trying to help him and it has to do with the leadership okay. And first time candidate in politics now it's overall research is so serious na bomia first I mean read about when the team when you say all the candidates but first time about Bonabas say candidate or you see people will vote for anyone if they are not even MPP or NDC because this is the first time they're going to try him okay. And these people fall within the neutral list and the MPP also will give him a chance but in social voter Bomianya since he partnered his excellency Nanado from 2016 BCN Savage
started from 2028
but they are winning tickets in American okay, right. Because after the win, that's why people now have to subject them to whether what you said what me in the 7 say there's 2% of people who normally win votes when they first appear okay. On the screen yes, and I'm not kind of say by Ghana they must who 5,000 to win elections because when they judge you because they trust you first time they want to see you but after they've given the nod promise now you since ultimately whether you fulfill it or not unim bomia men can good for you a policy back on bomia the buyer I applauded it I go can want some called banner TV make or yasem you go see saying this very one is a good policy as I've said it every policy on it be good but the implementations bomia a company as somebody who is not part of this government and he's now coming to do you see Ghanaians know him most of the things he says technical like on a technical side good but no implementing it has become a problem I think Frank Kujo yesterday about this same issue I can say I think it's about the gold refinery issue right
yeah
and I can say he think he has seen a part of it in a Japan deal how the whole thing is going to manage. If that's the case, we should try to subject the whole thing to scrutiny. Immediately, I didn't go detail, but me who's out from saying no, this bomb me again. A nice policy like this, shrouded in secrecy, and if it's going to come from Baumia, excuse my language, we are just going to take it with a pinch of salt.
So, Baumian can be a waiting here.
Oh, yeah, let's you can put the Baumia on the table today. Now, started Baumia since only Baumia things he has said. Baumia stood on the platform Ekache Ghana and say, in the next 1 year or whatever, we are going to have a sky tree in this country. I even pointed where we are going to have the sky train. We didn't realize it, but 2 million of our money went to it. At times, I don't want a situation where we always, because of a vice president is not the president, that situation. Yes. But clearly, he has made an understand, say he's the economic management chairman. And anything,
but it doesn't make him a president.
It doesn't make him, but he is the heart of the economy.
Yeah.
Over every country, the heart of the economy, the country is the economy. When the economy is working, every part of the body works. Yes. The reason why Nana Oyinto was saying they allow Nanado to bring Bome on board is the fact that he has the economic credentials. I say Aliza Hotel, Nanado catch us say, Papa, we were being rough. Remember Ghana done this in America. So such a person cannot be trusted. Such a person cannot be trusted.
Okay. All right, we see our top radio 103.1 final point and now was on Egusua Wutie no na yebeko ye next ye topic in so na fe yetimi atwa so na me fast dama NG Bakery original opepa no edi anwuma bomodin a se NG Bakery pan no bi sugar bread, cocoa bread, wheat bread, butter bread ni na won sabetimi akabi first Kotobabi street e wo pick farm fresh 0594114719 dodo bi apatu nsa ebetumi akana fe watimi edia akofi amabusuani age Pepsodent de yenka no ho asem enche eye Pepsodent efie bia mu ebia wura mu pa timi srew se wagyae eyusu bi fufura san ko fa Pepsodent na emma wo se ho ban emfa emma backup data system se yemfa nto anim se enei wo ya adwumaku na ni website a o credibility na manfo da to kakra enti bra no mo a ne nya eye efense website a untu ahwe domain keke na obetua na afi wetime do content e de aguso from e was 0201 288200 na wetime no mo edi enkomo na afi bi de obia no wetime aye de ama carbolic soup enso e ya de a eye samna papa a wonsa ekabia udi dware e boabo we de ho ban abusua ni nyina esanse eye samara da na yinimu na efense garden no ana nei ababeye eye carbolic soup bomodi apebi na entumi emwa abisia yebeto aso ye ba ye na de aka na ede aba yentwe ho tew na yemra ye ba yebedi nkomo Manase Azuri asema woka sese kama pani Akufo-Addo ameye president ya Kagana for de beke ensa be hye enuma kayensa se papa bi enya anu nko ba ya bato ba ye ede na isi yekoba yebedi sa nkomo nyina yetwe ho basisi a.
Good energy hits the road with exciting choices to energize your ride, giving you more options to take you further. Watch this space for your choice.
Goil, yeah.
Ama na mirika ye ya me say na nsanse de kodwo ho na ma ye me de mirika kopese me na fofora bedware no me de semna wodo pie adware no na nso de atia nete na woso guardian ahwe wo tete guardian semna kokko no ana ane Unilever Ghana champion carbolic semna yi a dodo no afa ne guardian no ebo ho na mani ban fi nyare wa ho sese mpo de ya sesa ne din na ko live boy carbolic soup sa na ya semna dada no ade ane ne din ne pe na asesa ebo adwuma pepepe na menya bia towe ubenya live boy carbolic samna to e wudwom anastos ahoduo mu ene midimirika ekoto bi wona shop wa basesia live boy carbolic soap ye guardian samna dada noa ye jinidi what is a champion carbolic samna no say your friend live boy carbolic ana samna kwakwa Ghana fo ni je ho no say your friend live boy carbolic enye de foforo na so adaso bo hona mani ban kasa afri mu a ema hona mani nyarewa enti bodawuro na kwaje live boy carbolic samna eneya FDA aji adwade nkrato yatu.
The luckiest
star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah.
Welcome and now for a daily star 712 hash and found no regrets. A Sankoma investors are a striking gold. A Koma health workers are a diagnosing luck with precision. A Sankoma that tough guy who couldn't hold back his tears. Say a Koma passionate fan on also entering containing a joy. I think to the seamstresser or turning the hard end stitches into a bundle of happiness. And now, a Koma, if you say your next big win is right here.
Star 712 hash. Luck is everywhere.
Dial star
*712# and join the luckiest winning celebration. From the 1st of July 2024, dial *712# to keep buying tickets as a group, individual, or even as a community. Win loads of cash and prizes in the community draw or go for the grand draw on the 30th of November 2024. Unlock your luck with *712#. Join the winning streak now.
The luckiest.
*712#.
Luck is everywhere. For everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
Top radio back correct.
All right, we see top radio back correct. Top 103.1 the final point. You Jenny Guswa. Ye day some one. No, but say obeko ye security shade na ya board ya padi ho ban. Obu wa okufia de bia na usuru opia bontia usuru sas woni se wan hwa amanfo be wura ni fie abeye ne bone bra na ye mo say ye CCTV cameras awodo ne ye security system I say ye ewu fie eboa board ya padi ho ban bi on be ni na de ama video ye intercom ni nyina on betima ye bi e de ama from e was 0500225540 na wait minute security shade in 24 edin komo some spices yensa kan pebi na efa gu aduane ni mu na ebema aduane na akoyie eye natural spices some spices yensa kan yasan so ababiem na ye babedi enkomo atoa so ma menhya se emfiri eye samba ho on this one say mampani ekufu ado ama meye president ya any day aba be adwuma de free senior school aba wo yi akwan wo ye 1D 1F wo ye planting for food and jobs wo ye enka wa media mampani anka be ye ode manasi se wa meye president anka bia ka de bia ye kan ke be kan se papa bi enya no pa anka oba ya maminti in the next 10 minutes edi enemy
me na be manda say na we there is a personal way me obi a based on personal experience in me say ye bo bi nipa boni a until the person will harm me njini enka nti me obi a since I'm that kind of type unfanya me a nti I don't normally buy into people's perception. It's an individual, but nanado the end I affect me somehow because I remember those watching me, I started from the camp of the MPP. I remember those days when I want to go into politics. Nanado was one of those men leading politics. The Bemuna TV so we want to be like him. The way he speaks against the government, leading demonstrations. And so I remember as a young boy in the university, we wanted to go into politics. Now we're just looking at who probably is going to say that. And Nanado is one of the people that gave us Aliu Mama and Nanado when it comes to the MPP. And I have reposed that confidence in him a lot. But it's quite unfortunate. So there's a difference between saying and doing it. That's where we are today. And be say free SHS so people are not talkies. You see, it's that also goes to say that YB, but we are looking at the rotten aspect of this government. Is bigger than the achievement of this government. It's two things. And the mathematics I catch here say there are certain things that is happening in this country that is no fault of Putin or Zelensky in Ukraine. Yes. Yes, the main pattern say most of challenges are now as a country in this country called Ghana and Nanado has nothing to do with Russia, Ukraine. As the communicators himself is trying to tell Ghanaians, it's a leadership crisis that can be pointed to himself, Nanado. And Manasseh clearly is trying to look at who Nanado was as a candidate and how far he has taken the country through. And then another watch of Excellency Nanado. I don't think if Imam or Imam had told me 15 years ago, I wouldn't. Let's start one. Let's talk about how Nanado spoke extensively about soul sourcing. Edi jina platform de ya NDC aban eke kansem. Njina dem say ade friend soul sourcing de Nanado abenso de bakukwe nsi. But look at not what NDC is telling Ghanaians, but look at what the Auditor General is telling Ghanaians. But
say soul sourcing say e wo ho e wona kwan a obetimi aye.
So this source na auditor general can no I'm 80% no properly were not executed in the procedural way. Okay, I'm not saying it.
Yeah.
Some of because source there's essence of source in procurement. Especially when there's scarcity in the kind of people you want. But look at an auditor general look at the number of money, the amount of money we spent or we lost in source sourcing. Now do I mean one videos I remember him saying he's going to fight corruption, the announced principle. You say and we are not saying it. The perception index under Nanado is so far the biggest and unprecedented under any government in this country. Go and check the Afrobarometer, the corruption perception index under this government. So a number of corruption issues avalanche from Cecilia Dapa, Ecosi, it just I can mention from currently we are dealing with the events ambulance issue after thank God events and events mini paid at two force in there another one is coming from another Scottish. This is what Manasseh is looking at, and you see why it's not coming from NDC. That's why we need to look at it critically. Nanado issues one, and now you will come yet miss spending $12 million in the name of construction of Palugu Dam. Na Oko Palugu Dam wawa sebio nenchunu mudidi waho. That $12 million could have done something for this country. And then as I sit here today, first time in the history of this country, look at the number of companies Omofi Ghana. This Cote d'Ivoire, Musunya, COVID, and Russia. No, this company has gone there. And Ocean reports now. What are they saying? Cote d'Ivoire is giving them a good business environment, very conducive one. The taxes there are not too much here. A country that has faced COVID and still a COVID tax. Secondly, Oba na Russia and Zelensky issue. They didn't tell us say we should go sign PDS deal for us to lose that amount of money in it. I don't find Russia now Zelensky. That money could have been channeled into something better. And it's and Russia $53 million in the name of cathedral. That money could have provided dialysis. And then look at Rena Center and Columbia shut down. Just a peanut. I'm not having that money, but as far as government is concerned, it's a peanut. The Mamoto Railroad contractor has taken the money, bolted with it, and then the asphalt air patchy concrete. According to Auditor General, this has nothing to do with Russia, Ukraine.
And your expectations are not a wash for the Duntine who the Mampania Kufuadwaye. I say expectations are expectation, but that's why you
expectation, which means natural one person as a leader, no, you don't have eventually you don't have integrity. Because when say those promises you are making today, and I offer one district, one factory. How many of that promise, how many of it has been fulfilled? Also, one district, 1 million Ghana cedi, $1, whatever. No, how many? It's the juicy and the flowery promises. No, and so that because now I think yesterday we were looking at a promise of manifesto promises fulfillment. Nanado has not even fulfilled 50% of his manifesto promise. And clearly, if the journalists are going to stand on that, I'm using the because Manasseh is a media person. And Manasseh person, no main Kasa and because we've had fair share of journalism. I don't deal with mama. The fourth issue, okay.
Yeah.
Airbus scandal, and the word has proven said, JM is incorruptible. And clearly, I'm not speaking for Manasseh as an individual, but a kind of attitude, the promise and another. And how he's sitting aloof for people, individual to capture state properties. I was listening to one of the judges, Bangalore, opposite American Embassy. Even the judges have to run to take injunctions. That injunction was overlooked. So which individuals in this country that are more powerful than another, Omuji, a state property, and another cannot talk about it. And I'll end by this proverb in Akanda says that, so Penitnefina and Kwalawi Nanka, say Bunanka for I said in account. So clearly, Nanado leadership style, no, actually say things he said previous or some years back, no, now the purpose kake.
Okay.
There are nothing for us.
When I say, Ebua, Mampedi Kufuado, and yet Tisikasu come the Ubi crash or background, Betty Kufuatum, Ubi crash or bar, no, because I said, now, Mount forward. Spiritual, I know what the chairman Penny was at was ropa, but said the Manasseh can say. So I may a president can afford the Sabashi and Maka say, Papa be a young man, a choir, but or buy, and I say, but I am very disappointed.
Manase ni Yahwana.
For instance,
in some junior our station by.
Oh, friend say state. What's the name?
Freelance journalist.
How trauma I friend say.
Into see another and I'm not true, Bibia.
Oh, certainly it can be. Oh, baby, if you're a journalist, I can decide.
Hey, damn, na me pay them moon. Then I'm not true, Bibia.
I'm a 4 first it. 4 first it. Obi
na more church on some mama.
There be yes or no church on some.
Na show my and daddy. Obotro man no bottom.
He's a journalist.
Journalist. Minim na wona rechere. Mobwa
Manase
mohune da menyim
ba nyehune da ba so what ni di
da nyanda polbo ni di anka menyim wa Ghana ha menyim do ka ho
ayefua
oh wo esa ma ate wudin da ma ba ton ze menti ni di da
what
da menti ni di da
okay mate
inti onyipa bia menti ni di da ono nam lo tro mo ya na dade man ha so mbadwo na obotro na mo tin da ehwe amembu akodo wa Ghana he nyara motuma akada ma mpanyin na ado dan kwa akufa do abon ho mbazin papa apeyi no ka corruption himfa yet na he ya hwehwe wa friend Sedna lady no friend
Sedna
say ya hwehwe ni bia ya hwehwe no quarter hwehwe no wa hi oba ne den na quarter hwehwe wo for botuma abom oba ne den na quarter hwehwe
say corruption case ya bia
immo inti se Sedna quarter hwehwe no mo wo huna nka yabaka de ebotuma aka kire hema mpanyi dada mahama because under his watch no okwadubia into them all kade under his watch no papa menyu we adwuma mu ha osuno obia na nusuban suban a difi wo fie bai na suban a medifi mi fie bai onya kwor shena huda me ya fantinyi bia ya asantinya na ya ibonyi onu de mu do se obeye pepenyi kra nti no osuno biara na nusuban a ozeba na motuma akade mensese moboda na nado danko akufa adu ye obi a ifinyi no ho eba sensam orikan wa clean on which side assembly wo a atofo sene za orikan wakle ni nyina kra dam na mepeda mu hu court nsam na maso mo court kakranti ya nsam bebre wo wa mempeda mu kom bebre because court nsam na wo mote asam bi wo ho a bi obada hwan ni fa bi no yehwemu a ha no ya hwa no yehu de bi a yegina ha onyeye nti mo ma yenko na yenko nti se court na clear wo de bi a ha enye ya ono nchira da nsam no hu mo mu
se yenim krofo a ya akwetu omo ho na ne asachi omo wuta
thank you inti sanne nyala ya wagana hamma yehu da nkro aw awrade yesu corruption akodo wagana ha breda we begina hande nyimbili bo point fingers papa ye ka bia wo yabo ho na yama mpanyin na nado danko akufa ado bayi mara amiti muhusum na chede woye tedema mifie menye problem bi o meletika ayina mepede misiesie ono na orekodo wa Ghana ha ihu de suma aba Ghana ha na chede woye nsiesie ewo enyama no ho amanfo tu ho na mugui nkanam okansha bata hwi bodu fie na wa so ye oyew anda John Mahama na nadu danko akufado oto no bo no oye nyama it is ye bibi na bakade corruption no ehimfa de na corrupt tale hunya breda ntumi imfa wonsense do mayan fa no nkotumi yankire ni
esimu oman sika na ekokwa na
kwakwa ye wokrom ha enna nkrofo kwoto nkonfiam wotu ikọ obakena
na no former president confirm bi entu
na nkonfiam no wakwa he ya wo krom ha opebir na wo se wo kodua ndua nti okay nka fine ko ya adwen papa because opia ba na kodua ndua za nka oda di nsugudo da mo ba ya ndua na anhyew nipa de sanyi ba mfiga na kubia nya na wa ha impolipe kubia wi anka kwanzema entuma nkwanzema nkoto kubie ema ko Brazil ikoto kubie
kubenti no ko he nya kubenti no ko
na chada me baka kubie no bon ohome nya asaman it is all a corruption da
uko Brazil na kubie
ona na me cheme pema aka che oda Ghana kubie no ye kubie papa it se fi ha na kukuru he sika wala fakwa boa na eyi aguridi no nkwado ma obiala na nkofu mali shudo akomde ho ina nyipa de sanyi odi winchinchinga ina odi ewi kubie nti satam Ghana sika de kwa kubia na sanda abatina ha baka kire he de under obi watch debe nti we lose debe ma na sane bro no cho ne de respecta onu nti amese menyim no Ghana ha mala menti ne di da nya wul kanya menti ne di da nya wul kada so on nam no cho anka menti ne di da ayo sasa on nam nsancho onyi studio ya de no on nam
o David
nsancho onyi studio on nam into obi on nam all kasam it could be the comedian it could be the comedian it could be the wabre
ba nas de common no
man kameka asam man ka do comedy no mesi could be na cheda nya do comedy no na emo mobotuma ayede da member no odu na na do danko akufado ni gate na chi no comedy na na comedy
se o hwe se de mampani akufado from Rolling Star ma eba yeni mampani kumipreko yeni mampani eba even onu anankasa amamo president ku 4 time na oba ensema mampani akufo ne ha wana Ghana for esi hu mampani akufo de se we leader oba obesesa ne ma no is that sa na hu
more free do yemrenyimnyi
papa
in the Ghana ha an roba kro wa lawyer na amoboa wachire obi a we kokum nyipa o lawyer na ansen ye case bi lawyer fala wogodo nya asam kakraba etehwamle na Ghana ha a lawyer fo ha sata ase nti ono yembre nyimnyina onyimma embresitan dama breda begina ha ya breda mpocha udin ni bi samba abeya ole kire na adwene frena na adodan kwa akufa ado ho amali so wan olo ono so le kana adwene motenyin ono onyimambra nti emre no oba no we kwatire egu krata no ohwa mo humi ye ose asemesi ehemu humi ye gina hwehwem Ghana ha asam kodu court mele menya asam kitikiti bi ma okọ court o take 5 years ma hwem lawyer nkwase asam da ma asam mi de kira amawu imo mejem na ma akwata fofol ina mejem sata ase intino Ghana ha mono no ya wombra na wazi ye adwuma enyo oswale ara olebanolo kumpreku na yi no nka oba na wabotwitu no okukum Ghana fo da nka dwoma ama nka bia nka wande ya nchen nanso osanda mre na owo Ghana ha na onu yemre nyimnyina we hia mre na onyima mre tininti odo oto no baase na ohwehwem onu nkyira de oba no mole baye gidigidi nanka wohwehwe de obaye ayi Rambo style ana nanka wohwehwe de obaye ayi wafane de wakane de mpo military rule dam nanka wape onto dam oyembre nyimnyi onyima mre na te itina na adu
kan ye no a Ghana fo nim no necessary nke bia wa ma me ye mampani anka beka se papa we pa de nya no anka nti obetuma aka ne se obaye no
motin de na adu ye hero sisi ala Ghana ma ye wo mi na adu no otedo
okay
na adu danko akufado na nka obi a me ebedi mimbre ewe me kọ oy den na ndi se funka mo wa bibia sanka Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ono oleba na ono nka monye ne ba match na mo eja Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ato nchen na nado oye hero obiala onyi din wo mbo ina na nado danko akufado adza awa aye na nkasa na ashoka ho te de mamunu e ba malikin ashoka ho obi obo papa obo bra papa no on inda kwa ifa with the secondary school si mu na hwe ikabi se ex president Krampa ansha obasan aka na nado osando onu pe no wanyim ina nyama ono ka do obaye no ogudo ole ye abrabo no oye wano onye da kurala na aye ni nyina nti so no hu ne dama ihede ye hu da na adu danko akufo do ye nyim dinyo ye hero ye nya no so Ghana ha
mate me da se efua sebi na mote ne nka no abusua ye fa course no kakra bi na afi ye wie ye last topic na tin say dey just 1 minute bi na ye hwe operador o kase asofo no ayedin na corruption koso saa wo Ghana ha sei ma memfa ye course no kakra bi na afi ye nwie ye dwumadie no wo ha sei enti ubetimi aba na so ye no akasa 0303944864 na wetimi aba so na ye no edin ko ba choba tew na obi nso anya kwan aba Mr. Wadwene na obekire se de empanefo ha omonso ekire o madwene. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Aje wote nka.
Meto nka pa e froso ka safri.
Ya family na green pane mo achi mota, because if you achi mota. Na mi share mo wa ba so wati.
Na na enti.
Aje mami o to ke se on your back time no ya bada yeso. So your bada yen ko on kan chere de couple don buy good drink. Then the first go to aba mo bi.
Tie.
Aje.
Tie. Oba bia but tie Mr. Enye se onyo obata oni abadaye oyo obatan o abadaye o ma enti obatan bi owo bia no bo abadaye de manema enti de kire wadwen na yenko
aje what all due respect me mami o wumba asase do ade onye on kan fo da ade tie so go ye fanti muso ye fanti ni all ba of man kesim aje last week me do man kesim me park me car me to ade me ba na enter me car ho ma ye so sika the rich are Ghana go do the political parties on mine. Before I start to program, we can command now. Yes, so command to the first before me
that say. Hello, good evening.
Papa Yasu Count.
Bajan Council, your first August free.
Maybe I know Africa. I was so kind.
Thank you.
Open your door more, million women crazy. When I will cook you, another Danko Kufuado, and Doctor Bawumi, and Patomo is on a plane. And
you may mean who on batch or more ye?
Yeah, my men are Catano, so my men are Basso. Catcher is me say, make sure you papa. Now, your best so called serious callers, no. The Dinoma Amokata won't say, if you say Viasano, you're Franco Babia. A Yabrabo pa, and a better on 2 as well, and a baby about could grow. Your man is a motive. I said, Roca. Nana Danko Kufuado, Bawumia, Abba ye, I'm the free education, Abba, I'm the whole Ghana, on the whole, CPP, NDCU, Obiaba, and the Biako, whom play win up at the end. Now, all catcher will say, so Mahama say, so over 30 Kanwa and Corporation from my import a school for the original. In Kamain,
Debbie. Mate, medas nana. Hello, good evening.
5 minutes.
If I try first and I can free.
You tell me let's go to down to my Abdukuma voice.
Yentio.
Mahadu Musakana Bako.
Yam some creator. Yam some creator, Medase. Yeah, MPP are buying. Only if we be Papa Biamo Magano. And now, what's it? And Granny D, the support I program. And no, the better so they are trouble. And you don't just the why say. Ghana nema o fo omudema o mafu renshishano eno na eba bejo no mate because o so na o man ekona e kor bone me da say. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. President
nyame adom ye fro so kasa free
yo wadaruma joni
jo yenti
so Muhammad ya no kwasi mi na miani oni bi pa ya ade mo my Ghana it matter no ko mo gemu amu ni abre no you nta jumanye abendie no no wapa ikana nkoma peso gani gina aye you ana te di ana ndanko ku for the bawumia hwe modem no road the mama to so ka kwa ayi the whole Ghana akwa nyina waye it's na do by any 1 month na man for complaining about road e dey be time the mama o hwe Ghana saje so mo pa mu nyina mu bia na woni any to for say the bush ya to abana no be declare.
David. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
But your first work as a free.
Can you come to so one of our Dino? What was Uncle way? One, you be no matter somebody, no matter Kay, yen so Musa, who's the
hello, good evening. But your first as a ring. You.
I was I am about your stuff.
Check na yenko.
Okay. Any problem member? I'm a member. I go papa. Oh, e be to ba na we discuss. E be na system me ya system me ma je ngomoto. Omo ya sabe you.
Hello, good evening. Okay, Mate, tis what the bears are the end of the eye, the BC was saying now on penny for Abem. Mushi Chilwana Mama Cambrama bo and the cake home. I was my ye Fiasi na Conti and Molasses I bet to be a samba na but you yeah, medium or touch on Oparado is now with me touch on for me.
Oparado issue not all Kawasam. I think he's not the first person I can say. Sure. Yes, so he's not the first person, but it's quite often say it's coming from our youth commander. But when the American say democracy without our friends, religious leaders or let's say traditional leaders, especially in Africa, we need to have a respect for this. And now let's I can say, oh, imam and or pastor or a clergy person, politics, then you politics, but when it's a spade, you call it a spade. Meanwhile, I remember me in this time, I saw some of the criticism from some of these people. When was the last time? I think last week, Otabe Kasai. We are not saying they should be partisan, but Kasai I was part of Kodeo. I think some forgetting year no, I was part of the business, and we went to visit one chief at Wija. That was the day I saw how powerful this was when it comes to politics. Now, a foot of a Panama, things he said, I was so surprised. I think that was when I was going to politics. But in Ghana, which institution is speaking against this government beside NDC?
Almost your Mokana would do a matter and
people talk. And I was listening to the Supreme Court judge now, yes, when or no. Now, okay, yeah, beside question, I can say at times when people administer justice and they give verdict on cases, it depends on where you are standing. You start busting the political offense, the judges. Or see, I think she bought some civic. Okay, these are the people that. Per the reason of the constitution, we know the value of it. Okay. So they should come out and speak. Ghana, and Ghana, look, irrespective of bodyguard, it affects everybody. Okay. So we are not saying, but I mean, basically, let me just quickly point out this one. MP Honorable Tezalada Wuni, Okankwe North, Obiani Okankwe North history says since I started democracy, it's dominant by MPP constituency, but Nyamadom, Yabeji, and we are going for our 4th year again. But we attend the people of Okankwe North say, we have a website, www.stillobana.com. You go there, you see the videos and the pictorial evidence of what the MP has done. Right. Yes, just for our constituents.
If you have 1 minute enough, Yanko.
Yo, Moncasa Baby, more than day. Ghana shuffle. When you in here. And see, Operado, NDC youth organizer, Opocho, you if Ghana shuffle one. Because Ghana a shuffle no. Wanya kushifo. Mo won one baka. Mo wen ho baka. Inti one Bible no kita ho minjinzi do Operado no di kita ho obu echire ho baby a wan kan. Yeah. The maso no on to mun command ho nda ho mbra na wan baka mbo nwuni. Okay. One dignity here.
Bedasi.
Enti mo pocho mezi no. Ma me chairman Tony. Anya so to constituency. Honorable Pope. Nyamisha opa mechia icons for nyina chairman wotemenka nyamisha.
All right. Medasi se mo beboa ye ma na dwumadi no etimi eye krabehwe eye yenua eye Mohammed the Royal Samba na eye afua Sebi from NPP and on beboa ye ma ye etimi dwumadi ebrem. Medin ene the senator na agent berema awa Said na fe Philip Akono wo mo na ye producer just said ye ko social media na so nyame ya aduma